Hi, in this lecture we'll be looking at the fuselage assembly of the UAV. We begin by placing this specific piece into the appropriate slot of the fuselage as shown in the video. This part has two thread inserts and is used to attach the wing to the fuselage, as we will see in a future lecture. Next, we do the same for the wooden piece where the motor will be mounted later, as demonstrated in the video. Once we are sure all the pieces fit together, we remove them and apply a bit of hot glue to secure them in place. Otherwise, you can use UHPOR or wood glue if you are not familiar with hot glue. Next, we take the two main parts of the fuselage and do an initial assembly to ensure all the components fit together properly. Once confirmed, we detach them and glue them together using hot glue at the contact points, UHPOR or wood glue. Again, I want to emphasize that if you are not familiar with using hot glue, it's better to choose other options. This is because when hot glue is applied to large surfaces, it cools down quickly, making it difficult to glue properly and decreasing the chances of making mistakes. On the other hand, UHPOR or wood glue might take longer to dry, but the process is much easier and allows you to adjust the parts if needed. After gluing them together, hold them in place to ensure the parts have proper contact and bond correctly. We can also add extra glue if needed. In every case where we need to remove excess glue, we can use a spare piece of material to smoothly scrap it off. Next, we take the plywood piece F6 and place it underneath the fuselage in the designated slot as shown in the video. After ensuring it fits properly, glue it in place. This wooden piece is meant for the future installation of the main landing gear for those who wish to include one. Next, this piece will be installed at the front and bottom of the fuselage as shown in the video. Again, after ensuring it fits properly, glue it in place. This part is designed for the landing gear installation, especially for the nose landing gear, for those who wish to include one. The next step is the installation of the plywood piece F5, which serves as the main structural plate inside the fuselage. It helps support the weight of the batteries and other systems, also making their installation more straightforward. At this stage, part F5 must be positioned where the slots of the fuselage align with the front grooves of the part F5 as shown in the video. This will be useful later when we install the battery and secure it in place using some Velcro. Next, we glue part F5 inside the fuselage and clean up any excess glue. Now we need the two small magnets. These magnets will allow us to attach and remove the nose hutch. We glue one magnet into its designated slot as shown in the video. The next step is assembling the nose hutch. We take the wooden piece and glue it into its designated slot in the nose hutch, just like in the video. This piece is responsible for keeping the nose hutch in place and ensuring it fits correctly. At this stage, this piece must be oriented facing forward. Next, we apply hot glue to the wooden piece and attach it to the top of the nose hutch, pressing down to ensure a secure bond. This part will be used for future upgrades, such as installing an FPV system, as we will see in a future lecture. Finally, we glue the second magnet into its designated slot at the rear of the nose hutch. This specific piece can be placed inside the fuselage in the special slider slots. However, it is important that we do not glue it yet, as it will be needed later for proper installation of the flight controller, as we will cover in future lectures. Just place it there for now and leave it in place. Finally, we do an assembly of the fuselage and the nose hutch to ensure everything fits correctly. Great job! You have successfully assembled the fuselage. Now, let's move on to the next lecture, where we will work on assembling the wings and tail section. See you there!